everyone. Welcome to the She's a 10 times 5 show. I'm Lori, and my friends Lisa, Michelle, Randy, and Marcia are mixing it up and joining me to do what girlfriends do best, chat from the heart. Whether it's celebrity stories or serious topics, we're talking about it and coming in hot. Join us as we bring you the aha moments of learning, reflection, inspiration, and of course, a whole heck of a lot of fun. Let's go. This episode is brought to you by
Dr. Amir Karam, board-certified facial plastic surgeon and founder and creator of the Karam MD Skin Trifecta. It's a 3-step, all-in-one anti-aging routine that helps you defy aging in a very simple way. All right, folks, enjoy the podcast.
All right, y'all. It's that time. We have Marcia in the house, our She's a 10 times 5 kindness ambassador, and she's going to give us another great takeaway to help spread kindness this week. Marcia, take it away.
The theme of this week's kindness is sharing is caring. Kindness is simple and easy. Let's support businesses we love this week. Go out, buy a product, pay for their service, even write a review. It is that simple. They work long and hard hours. Let's help them. Let's get them the support that they need.
Amen. All right, let's go. Thanks, Marcia. Okay, everyone. Now it's time for our show.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to She's a 10 times 5. Welcome back. It's been a little break, and we are so excited to be here. Hey, Lori. Hey, Michelle.
Hey, Lisa.
Hello.
So before we start with everything, let it be known that if you're happen to be watching this, we're on visual display here, and we had an argument about who had to have the big box, and so we made the newbie have the big box.
Yeah, they're hazing me.
Yeah. You got to pay your dues. All right, Lisa. I think we've been on a really, really long break, and
we have been,
and it's been fun.
Yeah,
but I think we had a lot of things.
Typical. You guys are on California time.
Yeah.
Is that a thing? Like the rest
it is
of
a
the
thing.
country?
Anyone that doesn't live in California, like, yeah, you guys are like that laid back, kind of on your own schedule.
Really? That's what is that one step up from Hawaii time? Hawaii time is really laid back. So California time is sort of laid back.
It is laid back.
Chill. We're chill.
All right, you gadflies. Like, we need to tell everyone what the fuck is going on, right? Because a lot of things have come together, and we have a lot of moving parts, and we have some exciting things. So, again, if you're watching, we're in casual attire because one of the things that Lisa and I really wanted to do was get back to the roots. And in particular, Lisa's roots, because if you know her, you know that she was brought up in a fucking salon, and it's rad. Yes. But we wanted to give some content to people that made them feel like they were a fly in the wall with girlfriends chatting and having a glass of wine. So we're going to start rolling out content that's a little bit more casual, off the cuff, fun, what's happening. And we've got that with Lisa, and she's going to be doing soup to nuts. We got Michelle. We got Michelle here, who is joining the team as a co-host, and she's going to be bringing amazing guests, and she's going to be doing all kinds of fun things with us, and she is a riot. Yeah,
love our Florida girl.
Yeah,
I'm so excited to be here.
I know.
Yeah,
ladies.
And then we got two
ladies lightly.
Yeah. And then we got two loose cannons that we're trying to reel in. One's Randy Crawford and one's Marcia, and they'll be doing tiny little bits, segments that'll be great takeaways. So I am super hyped. And Michelle, why don't you introduce what we're going to talk about today?
Yeah, I love this topic. I'm so excited to be with you guys. And what better way to start this off than going back to something that we love? I know you guys have done these topics before, like an 80s mashup, but we're bringing it back because there's such a resurgence of this, and everything comes back around, right?
Yes.
In honor, I wore my mom jeans. I couldn't find my blazer with shoulder pads. I did put my mom jeans on.
Thank God.
Were they Zeke Caparucci's?
Oh, yes. Yeah, and then I stepped into Lerner and got my fluorescent sweatshirt that I wore off my shoulder. So, no, I love this topic, and I'm so excited to talk about it. All things 80s, and we've got some phenomenal guests this month coming up that are, icons from this era. So yeah, it's going to be great.
Amen.
Well, 80s is just one of those topics that there's so much. You can go into fashion. You can go, those are the obvious ones for me: fashion, music. But then you start getting into the nuances that you don't see rehashed on all the Instagram 80s pages, and they're just little things that trigger such big memories. For me, they're like school supplies or random things like pens or magnets or T-shirts or folders.
Peachy.
I mean, peachy, yeah. I mean, did you guys carry peachy folders? I did.
Well, yeah, I'm wearing my peachy shirt, Lise.
And did you fold them? Did you guys have a certain way to fold them? No.
I don't remember that. I think something like sex is a lifetime sport. I don't know. Something like that.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yes, that's
Yeah.
right. I do remember that because it says something is a lifetime sport and we changed it to sex.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God. I forgot about that.
Well, what I love about talking about this is, I don't know if you guys will concur with me, but when my kids were home, my two boys from college, and my older one got me kind of dialed in when I had COVID, like he's like, watch Stranger Things. And I'm like, oh, it's not my thing. But I got sucked into that show, and it is set in the 80s if you haven't watched it.
It is. I didn't know that.
Yes.
I obviously don't watch it. So
Well, if you love the 80s, you should.
okay, I will.
It brought back so many things, but I think what is so crazy is we've been having so much dialogue in our house about things like, did you really ride your bike to places? Did you do this? What was it like to not have a phone? And so I'd like for us to talk about all of that, because I think that they are thinking, wow, being in the 80s and growing up in the 80s as a teenager is pretty fucking cool, right?
Oh,
It was.
it was cool. I'll tell you. I had a friend from high school and junior high pass away. And I had, he was my first little boyfriend. And I had all these letters my mom had saved that I had saved and then she had saved for me. And so I pulled them out just to show her, oh yeah, he used to draw me pictures. He was an artist. And I found all these letters because once junior high was over, we went to separate high schools. And so I was pulling out all these letters that he used to send me. And my youngest, who you would think would be, she's been almost her whole upbringing in technology. She was captivated by these letters and couldn't believe that they were snail mail letters that I had saved. And she said, I really wish that I had grown up in a time when we had letters like this, even though she could still do it now. It's just not the thing. And she loved it. So it's kind of sad.
I love it. We used to
time gone by, for sure.
Yeah.
There was a lot of writing going on back then. Not so much now. I don't even, now everything is just your thumbs. Typing.
It's all with the fingers. But do you remember writing the notes and then
write on the yeah,
and tucking in the corner, and then you had the tab, and you said, "Pull here," not pull my finger, but pull here. And so many fun notes. I found a note from my friend Pam, and then you'd write B at the bottom, BFF, forever and ever and ever, and the next world, like all these initials that stood for some big long acronym that you had to sign.
I got one for you. TLA. When you did the T and the L and the A, true love always.
True love always. Yes. Yeah. And of course, KIT. That was like everybody signed that. Oh, and write back. I found a note this boy had given me, and he said, write back and give it to Pam, and she'll give it to me in 7th period. And I was like, oh my God, that's so cute.
yeah.
So cute. I miss those days.
Well, yeah, and you think about the freedom we had. We were off the grid. I mean, I think that's what blew my kids away, was that we would get on our bike. I mean, our parents never drove us anywhere unless it was maybe a Saturday night, like, okay, I'll drop you off at the movies because it's dark. But we would ride for miles and miles wherever we went, and we had no phones on us. It was kind of liberating.
It was. I mean, you would leave the house and it would be like, be home for some people say dinner or supper. We'd like, be home, and that was it. And you left the house and nobody cared where you were or what you were doing.
Nope. It was great. And then when it was dinner time, my mom would come out and call for us. and we'd come out of whatever yard or whatever place we were at and come home because it was dark and we heard the call. So
Now we have tracking devices on our phone, so we know where the children are at all times.
now we're getting the texts. Yeah.
Well, let's talk about pop culture and stuff, because I think a lot of what we see out there is the pop culture. But I mean, it was awful. Some of the stuff was awful. Let's start with fashion, because I think that's where we all kind of go, oh my god, that was cringe. And I got a couple fun things. So you guys start talking, and I'm just going to throw up some stuff on the screen and see if it registers for you.
Okay.
I think the first thing that comes to mind for me are those, the workout outfits. Like, I remember my aunt was an aerobic instructor, and we thought she was the coolest. She drove around in a Firebird with, like, playing Kool in the Gang, like, like with her hairbrush.
Yeah.
Like the leg warmers and the tights and the suspenders and the whole nine.
Yeah, we can see some of that on the graphic here. But
Yes.
But I'm going to throw up this one. See, what about that? I'll give you a better view on that one. Hold on.
Are we looking for what exactly are we talking about? The corduroy shorts, the
corduroy-
phone.
Does this not say it all, you guys? I mean, we've got the fanny pack, the short shorts with corduroy, all the colors going up. Look at that
what's that called? The jacket it's like the workout jacket.
Windbreaker.
Windbreaker.
Yes, we had them in every color, and then you'd have the matching, the
Yeah.
pants, the suit, the.
I mean, I saw this photo and I was like, oh my god, if that does not speak volumes to how tragic our fashion was. But it was fun though. It was kind of happy.
Was
Yeah,
it?
I was very happy.
Yeah.
We didn't think it was tragic at the time.
No, we thought it was
Right?
cool.
Well, okay.
I remember wearing like pumps and like tights and pumps and skirts. Cool. Like that was what was in at Charlotte Russe.
Yeah.
Right? What were your favorite stores?
Oh my god, we didn't have much. I'm from a small town. We had like Kmart. I mean, the mall stores. Like I said, we had like Foxmore. That's way out of business.
Oh yeah. No, we had Kmart, and my mom would, she'd always tell me, just don't tell people it came from Kmart, and I'd be like, okay. So
we used to do the layaway. You get clothes,
of the week.
put them on layaway, and then every week my mom would go in and put a little money down for our summer outfits.
Right?
Absolutely. Oh,
Miller's Outpost. Sam Goody.
Yep. Miller's Outpost my favorite outfit was from Miller's Outpost, and it was like, I'd had to space it out when I could wear it. It was in junior high, and it was like gauchos. They were these little gauchos, a little tight thing. And for a while, before that was dittos. Dittos were more 70s than they were 80s. But Miller's Outpost was a big one.
Miller's Outpost is the fashion answer, right?
Wow, I'm impressed. I don't remember.
I don't even know how that just came to me. Yeah.
What's wrong with you?
Yeah. Okay. Well, how about this? So how about hair?
Oh,
dude, I should have given you a couple photos. Man, my hair was so high.
I talked my mom into me getting a perm.
Yes.
It was more like a Jerry curl. Okay, it was. I don't know what that was. It was not cute. And it took me a couple years, other than like going into junior high with that hot haircut. But yeah, it was like the hairspray. The bigger, the better. Like just cans of Aquanet all day.
The bangs. Did you have the bangs that went up? I didn't have the bangs.
The waves.
I never had that.
Yeah.
I had a bob and it was curly, and I always had, and then it got longer and it just got fuller and fuller.
Did any of you guys do and I don't know if it was like flock of seagulls or whatever, but it was the shaved on one side and then the other. Did you guys rock that haircut? Because we had that in my town. A lot of people were wearing that.
Oh
no. I had definitely different.
That was an East Coast. That must have been like an East Coast thing.
No, we had them here. That wasn't me.
That was kind of a punker kind of look.
I wasn't allowed to do that one.
Yeah.
I remember the people that did. I was like, oh my God, they're so cool.
And they would also, like, that was right when Madonna was coming out, and so they would do the full with what she's wearing in that photo, with all the bracelet, the black rubber bracelets.
Oh, yeah. And what about, okay, I don't know if you guys had this, but this was the start of me turning to a blonde. Sun In. Did you guys use
Oh,
Sun
yeah.
In?
Oh yeah. Well, I didn't. I
Gross.
grew up in a salon, so I didn't ever have to use Sun In. But
Okay, there's
remember.
Michelle on our right. That is definitely Sun In material right there.
Yes.
I thought it was Josie Bissett, who's one of our guests this month.
Yeah, yeah. So she tried to rock that Josie Bissett, but that is clearly Sun In product right there.
So cute.
I thought
So
it was
cute.
that or nice and easy. I couldn't afford to go to the hair salon.
Oh gosh. Well, I had a haircut that was Brigitte Nelson. I don't know.
Yeah. Brigitte
Rocky's
Nelson.
wife.
Yes.
And I look back now, and I thought it was really cool. And I look back at photos now, and I literally tell my friends, I go, "Where were you?" Because I look like a boy. I look like a little boy. I'm like, why would you let me? Why would you let me do that? Yeah.
It was in. Short, cute hair was in. I
Yeah.
never did it. I was too chicken.
Yeah.
Not
Okay,
on
well,
purpose, anyway.
let's talk music, because who doesn't love 80s music? Even my kids, they have an 80s playlist.
Yeah.
They call it mom music, but that was great.
That's
We
so
had some
funny.
great music.
We did have great. I mean, you could go down the list. Who did you listen to, Lisa?
Well, I don't know. I didn't have a Sony Walkman, and I just listened to whatever was. I was on the radio. I was just a radio girl. But I have vivid memories of having a cassette. Cyndi Lauper was my all-time favorite. I had her Girls Just Want to Have Fun album in cassette, and I would just speed around in that. And I had a Whitney Houston, Just Want to Dance with Somebody. And so I was very pop like that. And of course, Michael Jackson, I remember watching all of his videos on MTV. And I'll never forget my friend, I think I've told this stories before. I was in PE and Reva had her headset on from her Sony Walkman. She's jamming. She's like, listen to this. This girl is so good. And she put it on, and it was Madonna, and it was Borderline, and it was before she went huge. And she's like, isn't that a great song? And we were in PE. We were changing to, change classes. And I'm like, yeah, that's pretty good. I'll never forget that. And that was well before she took off. So
And we were obsessed. I mean, the MTV days were just,
Oh, yeah.
we'd never seen anything like it. I mean, to see
No.
video for the first time like that, you couldn't get me away from the television. I mean, I was just,
Man, no.
Yeah.
We used to watch those music videos all day because they ran all day. That was the first time that you could actually, and you waited for Thriller to come on,
Yeah.
and like that just blew everyone away. Well, how about this? So you didn't have your Walkman. I don't know if you had a stereo, but did you ever hold wait for the radio to play your favorite song because you couldn't afford to go buy the album? So what you would do is hold up a recording device when the song came on the radio, and you would hold it there, and then invariably someone in your house would yell for you, right? So even your recording on your cassette, it would be Borderline, and then Lori, come get dinner or something,
you have to wait for the next time it came on the radio. You're like, cool.
Yeah.
that was the best. And you know what else they had? In addition to MTV, I was obsessed with any of the shows. So Club MTV started in the 80s, and I thought that was so cool. But I also liked the cheaper version, which was Dance Party USA, which was where Kelly Ripa got her start. It was a show based in I think it was Princeton, New Jersey. I would come home after school, and it was like this. Yeah, it was like this low production.
Was that on VH1? Because they were
I don't. It was on. I don't even remember. It was some type of cable channel. But Kelly Ripa got her start on that show before she went on to be a soap star. But then
children.
Club MTV became big with the Downtown Julie Brown. All the different people were on there, and it was that was the coolest. We'd learn the dance moves and be like, oh, what are they doing? And then we'd go and try to do them at the parties, and not as cool, but
Well, I don't know if you're a good dancer, Michelle, but the best dance move that for any of us 10 times 5 especially is the pony. Remember we used to do the pony? And pony and pony. I mean, anyone could do that. Yeah.
Sean does the kick, with the kick, when there's an 80s song.
Nelson? What is it?
What is that called? Like the Footloose. Like,
Oh yeah. Oh, Footloose. I mean,
Yeah.
that was the greatest movie. And then that's the other thing. I mean, people love the 80s so much that they remake all these movies. Like Top Gun. Top Gun was huge back in the 80s.
Huge.
And then they, and I would say the new one was amazing. But
it was really
It was
good.
amazing.
They waited just to, like, they did it right. They did it right. I
yeah,
thought.
and Footloose, they remade that. I didn't like it. I was like, I don't know.
like it.
Me.
No, it was not the same. And my kids are like, what do you, oh, and Karate Kid. I'm like, no. Wax on, wax off.
I did
Like,
watch all of that.
You
It was
have to
all
have the
triple
originals. No.
Yeah,
let's be honest.
no one can replace Mr. Miyagi.
No.
Like that's not happening.
No.
Yeah. Well, I kind of did a little research because I was like, what were the big ones? This is the lineup of great movies. So I'm just gonna rattle them off. We had Outsiders, early '80s, Lost Boys, which was kind of a cultish thing. 16 Candles.
I loved 16 Candles. That was one of our very first tapes we rented when we got a VHS. Was 16 Candles. It was like the big thing, and so we're like, what are we gonna rent? And that's what we rented.
Married? Yes, married. Jeez. Okay. That might have to be edited out. Risky Business.
Risky
Oh,
Business.
yeah.
Was that?
That
Wow.
put Tom Cruise on the damn map.
Yep.
Footloose, which you mentioned. Okay. Who didn't love Flashdance?
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
First, when there's nothing.
Oh my
like,
God.
And she's like,
Shh.
And I remember thinking, like, why don't I look like that?
Yeah. She's a maniac. Yeah. Okay. Purple Rain.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Must have watched that 9 million times.
Fast with Prince.
yeah.
Dirty Dancing.
Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna shout out to my friend's mom, who literally, Carol Hover, I'm gonna say your name. They went and saw that movie like 50 times at the theater. They kept going
Wow.
Yeah.
back and back, and I was like, it was like we got obsessed. We didn't have much to do in our small town, but like, just goes back. Yeah. We
Yeah.
were obsessed.
Don't put baby in a corner.
No, and she's remaking it.
Oh, she's got a nose job, so why not? Her new nose.
I know,
No,
it
she was
changed
one of
it.
those nose jobs that she changed her look so much people didn't recognize her.
I know, and it changed the path of her
Changed
career.
it.
But yeah, I
Yeah.
saw just the other day on TV, and she said, we're really taking our time because we want to do it right, but she's going to star in it. And I mean, I'll definitely go see it.
I would definitely go see it. Wow, talk about a loss. Patrick Swayze, he was
I know.
amazing. Ghost, that was the 90s, but yeah.
Well,
those
okay,
were the
I
great
got
movies.
another one too,
Okay.
man. Okay, sorry, Lise, didn't mean to cut you off.
No.
FYI, we're in this great little studio. I'm going to pitch our new look and feel because it is kind of rad, but it is
still
weird getting
figuring it
used
out.
to it. We're still figuring
Yeah.
it out. This is our first one out of the gates. We're figuring out the latency. So, anyway, I just wanted to make,
It'll
I'm
get
not
better
trying
and better and better.
Yeah. Okay. One of the top movies of the 80s is Can't Buy Me Love.
See, now that one doesn't really hit for me. I
You don't
don't
like-
know if I remember it very
Patrick
well.
Dempsey,
I don't know.
No,
yeah,
I love
the lawnmower. Yeah, well, I watched that with the boys and they loved it. And one of our guests this month was in it, and she kind of will give us the little underground secrets of what went on and if Patrick was a good kisser or not. I don't know. We want to know. He wasn't McDreamy back then.
McDreamy.
Yeah.
Aw. Okay, well, here's a random one. It's one of Sean's favorite movies, Vision Quest. Do you remember that movie?
Yes.
Yes, about
Such
the
a good
wrestling.
movie. And Madonna sang Crazy
Crazy for You, yes.
For You. She sang that in the bar, like she was like this little bar scene. That one of those movies.
That was so good. And
they're not as big, but boy.
do you guys remember doing, I don't know if you did this too, where you would call into the radio station and request that song? And that's the reason why when you just said that, I remember calling in and being like, I'd like to dedicate, so-and-so dedicates this song. We didn't have
Yes,
that.
I do remember hearing that. I never did it myself, but I
Yeah,
remember
we used to
that.
do song dedications.
Casey Kasem.
Yes, Casey Kasem.
Yes.
Well, you guys
Yeah.
remember school dances, and you used to do that when they play a slow song. You go up and request, like, I don't know, one of those slow songs like "Police is Every Breath You Take," and this is one goes to Doug Cossack from Laura's Writer. and then what? You know what? Every time I would friggin' do that, because I didn't really have not to my senior year, I didn't really have a boyfriend, but I would do that, and then someone else would ask me to dance, and I get this look on my face, like, I just requested, and so here I'd be dancing with some other guy, and those were,
Hands down, hands up.
yeah. Principal walked by, hey, hands up, yeah.
Our kids don't even know what that is. They don't
even go to dances. They go with
No,
a
that's
limo.
not
They-
cool.
dances.
Right.
It's so sad. They don't know what it's like to be the wallflower. They don't know what it's like to be like, oh, I wish he'd asked me to dance.
Yeah.
And Sean was telling the girls the other night, he's like, yeah, we had dances and all we did was slow dance the entire time. We just kept requesting slow songs.
Yeah.
Like, oh, well, they don't even have a clue.
No idea.
No idea what they're missing out on.
They are missing out.
No.
Yeah, I think those little moments where you're forced to put yourself out there, the kids don't have that, and I think long term it's really not a good thing. I mean,
No, it is.
you had to pass the note, you had to write the note to somebody, you had to get on the phone. You remember? You call somebody, and it was kind of not cool for girls to call boys back then. It was kind of shunned. Remember? Are you calling the boy? Unless he was your boyfriend, right? Or your steady, and you had to ask people to go. Remember? Will you go with me?
Will you go with me? I remember telling my mom that, and she goes, "Where are you going?"
Yeah, where are you going?
Like,
I don't know. And now it's like, oh, I'm talking to so and so, but like they just do it over text. They don't
I
have to.
know.
It sucks. Yeah, I know. But asking someone to dance, and Jesus, right? And then, like sports at school, everyone did like sports at school, and we'd have the boom boxes, and it was just such, yeah. Now everything's all prepackaged and, right?
Yes, for sure.
Okay, this is a great time for a break, and we are going to do that, and we're going to pop back on and close this sucker out. All right.
Are you seeking luxurious pickleball products, services, and amenities that fit your discerning taste? Elevate your game on and off the court with Luxury Pickleball as your source for curated luxury vacations, high-quality designer apparel, bags, products, and coaching with top 10 pros. Luxury Pickleball offers exhilarating high-end vacation experiences in beautiful destinations with exquisite amenities and activities. Aside from our custom-designed pickleball paddles, we also carry brands like Prada, Yola, Phoenix Portier, Smartwool, Hedge, and many more. Our world-class pros can provide individual or group training at your chosen location. Imagine having a top 10 pro join you and your friends at your next luxury vacation. Luxury Pickleball, quality on and off the court. Let's go.
Okay, welcome back, everybody. I've been having so much fun talking with you girls about the 80s. I could talk 80s all day long, really. It's just so nostalgic and feels so good. But let's move on to some other fun segments that we want to introduce or reintroduce. Lori, what you got?
Okay, if you've been listening for a while, I do lightning round, and then I, started working with Randy Crawford on these women on the streets. And I think they're a lot of fun, and so we're going to start doing women on the street questions with our guests. So I'm going to actually ask you ladies a couple women on the streets that I plan on asking of our guests. All right?
Good. Let's do it.
Okay, here we go. First one. If you could only wear one type of shoe for the rest of your life, what would it be? Yeah.
Well, I'm in Florida.
Probably some kind of boot, because then I could go dressy or casual. I don't know. Like a boot, like a booty boot.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Michelle?
Yeah, and I'm in Florida, so I'm going to go with the flip-flop because we don't even like to wear shoes down in here in this state.
Yeah.
Yeah, but flip-flops are pretty versatile too. You can pull them off a lot of.
Right. You can wear a dress and a jean jacket, or you can your workout clothes.
Yeah.
Anything comfortable. The days of the heel are like kind of gone.
For me.
No, I wouldn't have done a heel.
I have some beautiful shoes that I can't wear because my feet, it just hurts too much.
It's honestly, it's a segment. We need to talk about it. We need to talk about it, ladies. And I know there's listeners out there that are in their heads going, yeah, same.
I mean,
And I know you would say tennis shoes, Lori. Sneakers.
probably, yeah, I would probably invest in some designer sneakers that I could pull off dressy or cash. Yeah, I would. I'm a sneakers gal.
You buy.
Okay, I got another one. If you lost your voice and the only way you can communicate was through an animal voice, what would your animal voice be? I think this is important.
Okay. Like
a dog or a cat? Would you want to meow? Come on, I don't know.
I'm going to say meow because this made me think of something.
Okay.
Something I discovered.
Are you going to share it with us? Or are you going to?
Oh, I was going to let know if Michelle was going to go. So, random. This is super random.
Okay.
But this is what COVID brought out in people. There is a band. I don't know if you're a country listener. You know Old Dominion. Old Dominion has an album, and they did the entire album in meow. So they'll be meow, 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 meow. Like the whole songs are in meow, meow, meow.
Oh my God.
Okay, that's just not
they recorded
okay.
everything, but it was
What's
actually
wrong with
hilarious.
people? We have people were getting crazy at COVID. People were doing all kinds of crazy.
Check it out.
Stuff.
But I thought it was actually, when you listen to it, you start, like, if you know the songs, you start cracking up because you're like, no, meow, 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 meow. Like,
Yeah.
literally.
I need you to
So
stop,
I'm gonna
please. No more, Lisa. I'm not a cat person anyway, but
Me neither. I know.
oh my God. Okay, what about you, Michelle?
I'm gonna go. I mean, just because I haven't had my dog passed away a couple weeks ago, but I would go with the dog, and I always would think what he was saying. So I'd always, because we used to say he was so bougie, and I would be like, he'd look over and be like, yeah, no, I ain't got time for you guys. So it just makes me laugh. I would say dog.
Okay, I think I would try to adopt this guy.
Wow.
I just walk around and do that all day.
Wow.
Okay.
It's like in the mouse category. Little mouse.
Okay, one final one, and let's make it one for the road. And then I've got a great call-in. It's really, I actually played it for my son. He was like, I don't know about that, Mom, but we're gonna play it anyway. You know, why not?
Okay.
Unfiltered. Oh, this is a great one. It's a little tricky, and it's gonna make you think. Can a cemetery raise its prices and blame it on the cost of living? I mean, can it? Can it?
Oh, I got it.
Okay. All right. I'm going to bring up a caller. I'm not for everyone, Lise, right? Okay, I'm going to bring up a caller. And this is one of our, this random supporter of us. His name is Trey Glue. I think that's his name. He's constantly reposting for us. He's
awesome.
just the greatest guy. And I think he's a rap artist. I don't know, but here he goes. Okay, hold on. Cue this sucker up.
Okay.
And I want to know your thoughts on this, ladies.
Okay.
Trey the Glue. He's coming for you.
Hey, it's Trey the Glue. I'm excited to hit y'all up. I love this hotline theme. But my question for you two fine ladies is, would you rather have a man that cooks or a man that rubs your feet? And two, who has the prettiest feet out of you? Trey the Glue.
He's a good guy. I think Trey is a foot guy.
I think I think there's a fetish. Yeah, that's a great question. I think there's a fetish going on here of sorts.
I do think I have very pretty feet, but I don't know if they're prettier than Lori's.
I have cute feet. I don't think anyone's feet are pretty. Michelle,
I don't like feet. I don't really like feet. I mean, I guess they're cute after I go get a pedicure, but I'm just not a feet.
Do you have like Barney Rubble feet, or do you have like? Okay.
No, I mean they're not. No. They're okay.
You can't have hammer time or
have
Barney Rubble
toes.
feet. Yeah, I'm definitely going with someone that cooks.
I am too.
Same.
Yeah.
Okay, Trey. You heard it. It's going. We're going with the chef of the house, and I think we all have equally amazing feet.
Yeah.
Agree.
All right. Okay, we're closing out. Thank you guys for listening, and I hope that if you have some questions about some of the stuff we're doing, that you reach out to our Instagram at She's a 10 times 5, and I'm excited. So next episode, you're up, Lisa. Soup to nuts. I have no idea what she has up her sleeve, but
We'll see. It's soup to nuts. Anything goes.
it's soup to nuts. Anything goes.
Yeah.
All right, gang. Thanks for listening, and have a great week.
Okay. Bye.
Okay, everyone, now it's time to send you off with Randy Crawford, Hard Yes and Hard No.
Hey, I'm Randy Crawford, and I'm a life coach to young adult women, but I've learned so much along this journey. My philosophy is simple. When we know better, we do better. No judgment. Oh yeah, but with me, there is always a hard yes and a hard no. So you guys, you just heard a show about the 80s, my very, very, very favorite time period. Okay, so right away, it's a hard yes to anything 80s. But let's just take one of my very favorite TV shows, Cheers. And this just occurred to me on the treadmill this morning. Why did we love that show? Well, when you walk into the bar, everyone knows your name. Guys, that's a sense of community that we have gotten away from. Let's just think about the music. Let's go to Queen, Billy Joel, Elton John, The Boss. I mean, Born to Run. Are you freaking kidding me? Madonna, Cyndi Lauper, Bonnie Tyler. The music from the 80s is hands down the best. But let's just contrast the 80s to today. See, we went and shopped at the Radio Shack, but our kids go to the Apple Store. Now, guys, no hate on the Apple Store. I love the Apple Store. I love the white, clean, fun little devices. But here's the thing. We give our kids these devices and we don't give them boundaries. So think about this. It's like giving your kid access to a party 24/7. Do you really want 200 people in your daughter or your son's bedroom at midnight? Because I know that I don't. So I just want to say this. I recently read that 2 moms are suing Instagram because their 11-year-old daughters have developed eating disorders and or disordered eating. So I read that article and it started out very innocently where the moms and daughters were sharing recipes. And I get that. And that's all fun and good. But then the daughters, left to their own devices and a very addicting app, kept going down the rabbit hole, and both of them developed these eating disorders, and the moms are suing Meta. I read that and have to ask myself, what accountability do those moms take in providing the phones and providing no boundaries? So I just want to emphasize, social media is not social, and social media for your children without boundaries, I'm coming in at a hard no. I'm sorry, ladies.
Follow us on Instagram at She's a 10 times 5. You can click on the link in our bio to listen to all of our previous episodes, as well as check out our live video interviews over our YouTube channel. You can also find us on Apple, Spotify, iHeart, pretty much wherever else you decide to listen to your favorite podcast. Don't forget to hit subscribe.